Mm. Right. It was beforehand. It was a decent amount ago. Let me check and see. I still have it about.
If you can unmute, press the red microphone icon. Or... Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Morning. Your name?
Juan Antonio Navarro.
Okay, the bottom screen, Mr. Durr, can you need to connect to your audio? Mr. Durr, can you hear me? Need to unmute. Need to press the red microphone icon. Need to unmute. I can't hear you. Should be a blue button that says unmute on your picture of your screen.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Each of you raise your right hand. You swear the testimony shall be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me just, I've read the petition, I've read the answer. Let me just ask a couple questions. We might be able to speed this up. Mr. Navarro, how much are you all suing for?
Well, we just want to get our money back. He get a loan for us. And
How
he
much are you
helped
suing
us
for?
out. The 1460? Give me 1 second, sir. At 1,947.20.
Okay, so you're asking for $1,947.20.
Yes, sir.
How much was the initial loan?
Was for 1460.
When was the original loan made?
10 October 5th, 2020.
October 10th or what date?
Yes, sir. October 5th of last year.
2020.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Durr, do you deny that you got the loan?
No, sir.
Okay, do you dispute that you owe $1,947.20?
Yes, sir, I do.
What do you contend you owe?
Nothing, sir.
Why?
Because of the actions of the plaintiff, was totally out of order. And I believe their tactics, their strong arm tactics, and the problems that they caused me by filing a false police report and all of the stress they put me through. I believe that they have no right to this money after what they done. They broke the contract.
What'd they break?
Sir?
How'd they break the contract?
Well, first of all, they went to my house and talked to people that is not party of this loan. They
How does
talked.
that break the contract?
Well, first of all, the contract is between me and them only. It does not include any of my family members or anyone else is on that contract. And for them to go and start spreading my business to other people and to cause the problem within my family, and to also call the police and lie on me, which also caused me another problem. When you do stuff like that, I don't see why a person should be entitled to do those kinds of things and then still collect. And to me, that's just doesn't make any sense, Your Honor. What they did is wrong, and they should be
So
able.
is there any provision of the contract that you say that was broken?
Well, it's, the thing I'm saying, Your Honor, is there are rules that,
Okay, what are those rules? What's the rule then? What is the rule then?
well, for people to come to your house and use foreign tactics,
What is the rule
Trying
that
to
you're
force-
referring to?
well, they're not allowed to speak to people other than the person that the loan is about the loan. And they broke that. They talked to two people that wasn't on the loan and had nothing to do with the loan. And for them to do that, they're not allowed to do that. To bring other people in there.
I'm not familiar with what rule you're referring to. Can you tell me what rule you're referring to?
I'm not certain of the rule, but I was reading upon it that a person that has a grievance or a loan or anything else with one person, they're not allowed to discuss people's personal business with people that are not involved and that are not on the contract. And that's what they did. Not only that, but when this happened, Your Honor, right after that, we came under a state of emergency. I went to their office and I told them, there's no way I'm going to be able to pay you the monthly amounts that we have. Can we lower this so that I will be able to make some payments to you so that I can pay this loan? They told me, no, you either pay the whole thing or we're going to we're going to put it on your credit and we're going to take you to court. And I said, we're in the middle of a pandemic. I can't pay you what you want, but if you lower it and make it for me to be able to pay you, I'll do that. But they refused to do that. And then they started the strong arm tactics. Well, you're going to pay us and you owe us this money. And I said, I'm not complaining about that. What I am telling you is I cannot do it because we're on lockdown. I cannot work. So how you expect me to pay something that I cannot do? Well, you're going to pay us our money. And then they started calling people and coming to my house and stuff. we were in a state of an emergency, Your Honor. If we were not in a state of emergency and this was a normal time, I would understand them pushing that hard. But when you're in a state of emergency and people are trying to do the very best they can in order to honor whatever contract you have, to up and start using strong-arm tactics, going to the people's house, trying to force them to pay you a loan, to me, that doesn't make sense. They shouldn't be
What are
rewarded.
the strong arm tactics that you're referring to?
Coming to my house, telling my people, tell him that, you know, we're going to get our money, and you know, I've already been to their office several times and talked.
So they went to they said, we're going to get our money.
Well, yeah, they're coming to my house, pushing people that are not involved into this, about we already talked about. I went to them several times to get them to allow me to pay
I'm
the
trying to
loan.
find out what the strong arm tactics are. So they told third persons that we're going to get our money.
Yes, people that were not involved. People that were not involved in it.
Anything else?
You know, it wasn't their business.
Anything else?
Nothing except that I tried to talk to them and they refused. They did not want to do anything. And then the real problem is, after they refused to lower it, they start telling me, well, we're going to put it on your credit and we're going to mess up your credit. And I told them, I said, well, I can't pay you but a certain amount. If you drop it to where I get some payments, I'll pay you. And so they said, well, then, you know, you're going to pay us the full monthly amount that we contract us. I can't do that because I can't work right now. And if you give me some time when this is over and I'm able to work, I'll pay you. No, we want our money now and we're going to put it on your credit file. We're going to take you to court. So it was totally unreasonable for them in a state of emergency to act like that and to not give me a chance to be able to lower payments so I could make the payments.
Did you make a payment that you could?
No, because they told me that it wouldn't matter. If I didn't pay them the full amount, they were going to put it on my credit and each month it was going to stack up. And at the end of the thing, I would still end up owing the money. My credit would still be messed up. So I told them, I said, if I'm going to do that, I might as well wait and try to pay you the full amount when I can. But they said, no, we're going to take you to court for all the back payments and for the full amount. So, Your Honor, the only option I had was to wait and to give them a chance to try to come to the senses and realize you can't give people something that you don't have. And there was nothing I could do about it.
Mr. Navarro, you'd like
Yes,
to?
sir.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. First of all, this person is lying. When we go to see the customer to the house, it's because he never asked our phone calls. We cannot talk to nobody about the customer, about the account. So if we don't find the customer in the house, we need to leave an envelope with our business card, and that's it. When this person get our note, he come back to my office and he was really, really aggressive against my person. He says, you wanna kill me? The next time you're gonna send somebody to my house, I'm gonna be right here and I'm gonna kill you. Okay, and I told him, call down. His son was here in the office and I tried to talk to the son. He tell me how we can fix this. And I said, we willing to work with you on this account. We never asked this person to pay off the account just right away. It's too much. He cannot do it. He is complaining about the pandemic because he cannot pay, but he is on Social Security. So every time, no matter what, he received his check. That's why. Now, sir, my supervisor is here. Can you give us opportunity to talk to her?
Sure, she's great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Hi,
Your name?
Cynthia Arriaga.
Okay, if you raise your right hand,
Yes,
you swear the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
yes, absolutely.
What would you like to say?
The reason why we involved the police was because he threatened Antonio, the manager, um, to kill him. Those are strong words. That's why I asked him to call the police. But we work with all our customers, you know, we understand about the pandemic, just like Antonio explained to you right now. He does have fixed income, 2 sources of income. So working was not an issue. And absolutely, we always offer to pay less if they're not able to come up with the full amount. And he was provided the same opportunity as all our customers. But the thing is that we never got to talk to him. He never answered our calls. The only time he was in the office is because Antonio went to visit his house and we left that message. That was the only reason why he was in the office, and not to fix the account, but you know, he was pretty violent.
Okay. Mr. Durr, do you have any questions of Mrs. Arriaga?
Yes, I do.
What's your question?
You stated that the only time you were able to get in contact with me was after you came to my office. Is that correct?
Yes. Mhm.
So I never came to your office. I never talked to any of you. I didn't call your headquarters asking you guys to reduce the amount. Is that what you're saying, ma'am?
Here to the office, I have no information of you calling our headquarters. They never reported anything to me. But here in the office, you were giving the opportunity to pay minimum payments throughout the months, but we never got that. We have everything documented on your account, Mr. Durr.
Well, when was that, ma'am? And who did that? Because I never talked to you in that office.
No, not to me. I go by what's documented in your account, actually.
Okay, so you cannot talk about what you don't know. I came into that office and I talked to the gentleman in the red shirt there and another lady that was in there. I came there twice. I called your headquarters 3 times requesting to reduce the thing. You're talking about, well, okay, he gets a Social Security. Yes, I get Social Security.
Durr, do you have any questions?
Sir?
Do you have any questions?
Yes. When you reported that I threatened to kill the guy in the office, why didn't the police arrest me? Because threatening to kill somebody is a felony. Why didn't the police arrest me?
I don't know how they work. That's what we reported. I don't know what happened after.
Did the police arrest me?
No, apparently not. And that wasn't, you know, I don't know how they work. I can't tell you why you weren't arrested. I mean, I don't know how those rules go. We just report what we have to report.
Okay. Well, that's a felony to threaten to kill somebody. And so you're saying that you reported that, but I also talked to the police.
Mr. Durr, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I do have the report here, actually.
And
Do you
the
have a
police,
question?
the police
Mr. Durr, do
didn't
you have a
believe me.
question?
Yes.
Do you have a question, Mr. Durr?
Okay. The question that I'm asking them is, are you guys denying the fact that I came into your office on numerous occasions and asked you to reduce that amount so that
Ask him what date, tell him what date you came in. Ask him if they denied that you came in that day.
Sir, I didn't think it was going to come to this, so I didn't write it down. That's the only problem is when you're not expecting it.
Okay. This is Mrs. Arriaga. Do you have any record of him coming into your office?
Let me see. We're opening his account. ¿Cuándo vino? And actually, your son is the one that asked for your payment to be reduced.
That wasn't the question.
Do you have any record of him coming into just a minute, Mr. Do you have any record of him coming into the office?
¿Cuándo vino? It was that day which is January 8th of 2020 when you were in the office. But it was the day of the incident. Nothing prior to that is documented.
Okay, so what you're saying is that if it's not documented, it's true.
You're saying they have no documentation of you coming in prior to January 8th of 2020.
Yes, but the documentation is wrong, Your Honor, because I was there.
When did you come in?
I don't remember the exact date, sir, but I came in more than once. And even I came in on the day that the payment was due. And I told them again, I said, listen, I can't do this. I need you guys to reduce the amount where I can handle it. I don't have all this stuff documented, and that's my fault. And I apologize, Your Honor. But I did everything I could to try to get these people to lower the amount so that I could handle it. And they denied me that.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's within their right. You know, if you have a contract and they're requesting a minimum amount, they have a right to stick with their contract.
But we were in the middle of an emergency, sir. We were in the middle of an emergency. And if that was not the case, that would be different. But under ordinary circumstances.
In January of 2020, you weren't.
January of 2020.
The pandemic started in March of 2020.
Well,
But even, I'm sorry,
that's
I don't
not,
think any question was asked, Ms. Arriaga.
that was later. When was my last payment? Because when I talked to her, when I talked to them, we were under an emergency because I made some payments. When I first started, I made my payments on time. And I'd go into the office in order to do that. And the only payments
Did
that
you
I
have a
had,
question?
sir.
Do you have a question?
Well, the question is for them is when did the payment stop? When did a default on it?
When is the last payment?
the last payment he brought in was November 6th of 2020, the first and only one.
So you're saying I made no payments?
That one.
One
Right.
payment.
That's not true. That is not.
What payments did you make?
I made at least 3.
How did you make them?
I need to go back and
How did you
find.
make them?
Huh?
How did you make them?
I went into the office.
And paid what? With a check, a credit card? How'd you
I
make
paid
them?
cash.
I'm sorry?
Paid cash. I paid the amount that was that they told me I owed them.
Did you get a
I paid-
receipt?
I don't have them. No, I don't.
Did you get a receipt?
I'm sure I did, sir. Because they did give me a receipt.
Okay. How is the amount of 1947 arrived at? How's it additional close to $500?
That's the interest and late fee.
What is interest? How is it? How's it approved?
Monthly. That's what a $14,460 loan costs. It goes up to, what is it?
$1,460?
Yes, that was the original loan,
Okay.
and the total amount is, ponle en el F5, please, on that one. And the total loan, the 2,300.
So Mr. Navarro just testified under oath it was 1947.20.
That's the balance, because he brought in a payment.
Okay, how much was the payment?
178.40 cents.
That was made in November?
It was generated on October 5th. The loan, he picked up the loan October
When was
5th,
the payment made? 178?
November 6th. For 178.
What is the interest rate?
$859.
That's an amount. What is the interest rate?
We go, each loan has its own amount. We don't go by percentages.
Well, you're gonna have to. I mean, that's law. You can't charge a serious rate.
They do that a lot.
It's 88.47 annual percentage rate. APR.
How can you get away with that?
I'm sorry?
How do you get away with that amount of interest?
But the state, I mean, it's approved. We've been in the business for 30 years,
88%?
88.47.
Wow. And so you get the loan on October,
Mhm.
and what if they want to pay it all off in December? How much
We knock off all the interest. The interest only applies if you stay with the contract, which is 13 months.
So you do call it interest?
Mhm.
Although earlier you said, no, we don't charge interest, it's the dollar amount. You just said your own testimony said, we knock off the interest.
Well, yeah, if it's paid before the entire contract, we take off the interest.
I know, but you're referring to it as interest. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So when I asked what the interest rate was, you said, we don't do interest rates. Well, I mean, how can
Well, no, I got confused.
can you-
I meant percentage.
that's
Percentage.
an
It's
interest-
the,
That's an interest rate.
okay.
I mean, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, we don't charge interest rates, and then, oh, you knock off the interest.
That's how they did me when I tried to talk to them.
Okay, let me see. Okay, my judgment is for, my judgment for 172280. And I'll email you each a copy of the judgment. Well, one second. Let me get to the form. One second. Okay, Ms. Arriaga and Mr. Navarro, we have your email, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Durr, what is your email?
It is ELD,
Just a minute, ELD,
yes, DURR.
another
Two
D,
D,
two
yes,
Ds. DURR, okay.
at AOL.com.
Okay, so that's ELDDURR@AOL.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll email you each the copy of the judgment, okay? Any
All right,
questions?
sir.
No questions.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.